Hi students, welcome to the Maths class. In the previous classes, we have studied the multiplication of fractions and division of fractions. We know that when you are dividing two fractions, you want to take the reciprocal of the second fraction and multiply it. In this section, we will study about decimals, the multiplication and division of decimals. In your earlier classes, you have studied about the decimals. You know how to compare two decimals, the place values of decimals, and the expansion form of decimals. And also you have studied the addition and subtraction of decimals and how to compare two decimals. Anyway, let us recall these all. A decimal number has three parts: whole number part, decimal part, and decimal part. For example, 253.147. Here 253 is the whole number part, then this is decimal point, and this is decimal part. This decimal point divides that number into whole number part and decimal part. The place value of the digits in the decimal part are tenth, hundredth, thousands, etc. Here we know the place value chart: hundreds, tenths, ones, tenth, hundred, thousands. So tenth, hundredth, here onwards it's the decimal part. The number, hundredths place number is 2 and tenths place is 5. Ones place is 3. Tenth place is 1. Hundredth place is 4. Thousandth place is 7. So the number is, up to this much is the whole number part, and from here onwards decimal part. So the number is 253.147. And the number is given here. You should write the place value. Here, this is the whole number part. That means hundreds place 600 plus 10 plus 4 plus 3 into 3 by 10 plus 2 by 100 plus 6 by thousands. So these are the place values: 10th, 100th place. This is thousandth place, 100th place, 10th place, ones place, tens place, and hundreds place. So the number is 6 hundreds, 1 10, 4 ones, 3 tenth, 200th, and 6,000. So the number is 614.326. The digits, in the decimal number, the decimal part will read it as digits. 614 point, we don't read it as 326, we will read it as 326. Now when you write the expansion form of this number, 253.147, we know the expanded form of a number. So using the place value, we will write the expanded form. The expanded form of this number is, here the place value of 2 is hundreds place. So 2 into 100 plus 5 into 10 plus 3 into 1 plus, next to decimal part, the place value is 10th place. So 1 into 10th place is 1 by 10. 1 into 1 by 10 plus 100th place. So 4 into 1 by 100 plus 7 into 1 by 1000, which is equal to 2 into 100, 200 plus 5 into 10, 50 plus 3 into 1, 3 plus 1 into 1 by 10 is 1 by 10 plus 4 into 1 by 100 is 4 by 100 plus 7 into 1 by 1000 is 7 by 1000. So the expanded form of this number is this. So if you get the expanded form, you can write the number also. Here the expanded form of the decimal number is given. You should write the number. 600 plus 10 plus 4 plus 3 by 10 plus 2 by 100 plus 6 by 1000. So the number will be 614. Then after that 3 by 10. 3 by 10 means it's the decimal part. So you have to put the decimal point 3, 2, 6. The next one 5 by 10 plus 2 by 100 plus 8 by 1000. It's starting from 10th place. That means it's a decimal part only it's given. So you should start from the decimal after decimal point. You should write first 0.528. So before this decimal point you can mark the 0 here, 0.528. So there is no significant value for the 0 when you put the 0 before this decimal point. Next is comparison of decimal numbers. When you compare two decimals, first you have to compare the whole number part. Then you should compare the decimal part. So for example, which is greater? The first one is 35.63 and next number is 35.67. So first you compare the whole number part. Both are same. If they are same, you can go to the decimal part. And decimal part, the first digit is 6. Here also 6, they are same. Then go to the next place. Here it is 3 and here it is 7. Which is greater? 7 is greater than 3. So the number 35.67 is greater than 35.63. Look at the next one. 0.7 and 0.5. Whole number part is 0. They are same. So look at the decimal part. Here 7, here 5. 7 is greater than 5. So which number is greater? 0.7 is greater than 0.5. Next 1.57 and here 1.69. Whole number part is same. Decimal part, here it is 5, here it is 6. 5 or 6, which is greater? 6 is greater. So we can say that 1.69 is greater than 1.57. Next 0.4 and here 0.04. Whole number part is 0. Look at the decimal part. Here 4, here it is 0. Which is greater? 4 is greater than 0. So which number is greater? 0.4 is greater than 0.04. We know the conversions. In the conversions, we are mostly using the decimals. For example, when you change the paisa to rupees, we know that 100 paisa is equal to 1 rupee. So 1 paisa is equal to 1 by 100 rupees. 100 paisa is equal to 1 rupee. Therefore, 1 paisa is equal to 1 by 100 rupees. Then what is 7 paisa? 7 paisa is equal to 1 paisa is equal to 1 by 100 rupees. Then 7 paisa is equal to 7 by 100 rupees. 7 by 100 we can write, it's a fraction form. You know how to convert fraction into decimals. 7 by 100, that is equal to how many zeros in the denominator? There are 2 zeros. So that much decimal part you have to, or decimal places you have to put in the answer. So 0.07. 2 decimal places, 2 zeros are there, so that much number of decimal places. So here only one number, one more decimal place, so there is no number, you should put 0. So 0.07. Another example, convert 7 rupees 77 paisa equal to dash rupees. 7 rupees 77 paisa is equal to dash rupees. 7 rupee means it's a whole number, 700, is it? So 1 rupee equal to 100 paisa, 7 rupee equal to 700 paisa. So it will be 7 rupee 77 paisa means 7 into 100, that is 700 paisa, plus 7 paisa. So 700 plus 77 is 777 paisa. That you have to convert it to rupees, then it will be 777 into 1 by 100. So when you multiply by 1 by 100, 2 zeros, you should put 2 decimal places. So when you start from the right to left, 1 place, 2 place. So the decimal point will come here. So it will be 7.77 rupees. 7 rupee 7 paisa. 7 rupees 7 paisa converted to rupees. 7 rupee, we know that it is 7 into 100, 700 paisa. So 700 paisa plus 7 paisa is 707 paisa. That you converted to rupees. So divided by 100. So what will happen? 700 plus 7, that is equal to 707 paisa converted to rupees. So divided by 100. So it will be 7.07 rupees. Or you can convert here, 7 rupees a whole number part, 7 paisa you have to convert it to rupees. So 7 rupee plus 7 paisa, we can write it as 7 by 100 rupees. So it will be 7 rupee plus 7 by 100 is 0.07 rupees. When you add, you will get 7.07 rupees. Now when you're converting centimeter to meter and centimeter to kilometer, millimeter to centimeter, we know the basic units. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter, then 1 kilometer is equal to dash centimeter. 1 kilometer is 1000 meter, then 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter into 100, that is 1 lakh centimeter is 1 kilometer. 1 centimeter equal to 10 millimeter. So 1 meter is equal to 100, 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. So 100 centimeter change it to millimeter, it will be 100 into 10, 1000 millimeter. So 1 meter equal to 1000 millimeter. 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter is 1 kilometer. 1 meter equal to 1000 millimeter. So 1000 into 1000, 10 lakh millimeter is 1 kilometer. These are all basic conversions you studied in earlier classes. Using this, you can convert this. First one, 5 centimeter is equal to dash meter. We know that 1 meter is equal to 5 centimeter. Sorry, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So 5 centimeter is equal to how many meter? 100 centimeter is 1 meter. Then 1 centimeter is equal to how many meter? 1 by 100 meter. Is it? So 5 centimeter is equal to 5 into 1 by 100 meter. 5 into 1 by 100, that is equal to 5 by 100. That means 0.05 meter. 2 decimal places, 0, so 2 decimal places. Here only 1 place, 1 more you want, so there is no number, so put 0. The decimal point will come here, 0.05 meter. Next, 5 centimeter is equal to dash kilometer. We know that 1 kilometer is equal to how many centimeter? 1 lakh centimeter. So 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 1 lakh kilometer. Is it? So 5 centimeter means 5 into 1 by 1 lakh, which is equal to 5 by 1 lakh. So how many zeros in the denominator? There are 5 zeros. So 5 decimal places. 1 decimal place, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0.00005 kilometer. Next, 35 millimeters is equal to dash centimeter. We know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. Then 1 millimeter is equal to 1 millimeter is equal to 1 by 10 centimeter. So 35 millimeter is equal to 35 into 1 by 10. That is equal to 35 by 10, which is equal to 3.5 centimeter. Next, 35 millimeter. 35 millimeter is equal to converted to millimeter converted to meter. We know 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter. Then 1 millimeter is equal to 1 by 1000 meter. So here 35 millimeter you want to convert it to meter. That means 35 into 1 by 1000, which is equal to 35 by 1000. There are 3 zeros, so 3 decimal places. So first decimal place 1, second decimal place, third one is not there, you should put 0. Point. So 0.035 meter. Next, 35 millimeter converted to kilometer. We know 1 kilometer is equal to 10 lakh millimeter. So 1 millimeter is equal to 1 by 10 lakh. Then 35 millimeter is equal to 35 into 1 by 10 lakh. That is 35 by 10 lakh. Which is equal to how many zeros? 6 zeros are there. So 6 decimal places. 0.000035 kilometer. So these all conversions we studied in the earlier classes. We just revise this all. First, if you forget that, you just study this basic conversions. Using that, you convert it. So remember, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Therefore, 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meter. Then fraction change it to decimals. Next one is multiplication of decimal numbers. When you multiply a decimal number or 2 decimal numbers, you just multiply as a whole number, or decimal you can convert it to fraction, then you can do it. You know the multiplication of fractions. So for example, 0.2 into 0.3. We know how to convert decimal into fraction. 0.2 means we can write it as 0.2 as 2 by 10. 2 by 10 is equal to 0.2 because only one decimal place. So when you convert it to fraction, you should keep the denominator 10 according to the decimal place. We will write the number of zeros in the denominator. So 0.2 means 2 by 10, only one decimal place. So you can write 2 by 10. 2 by 10 is equal to 0.2 into 0.3, that is 3 by 10. We know the multiplication of two fractions. You just multiply the numerator and multiply the denominator. So which is equal to 2 into 3 by 10 into 10, which is equal to 6 by 100. 6 by 100 is a fraction. You know how to change fraction to decimal. So 6 by 100, that is equal to, there are 2 zeros. So how many decimal places will come? 2 decimal places will come. So 0.06. So you got the answer 0.06. When you multiply 0.2 into 0.3, you got the answer 0.06. Just look at the question here. How many decimal points are there? In the first number, 1 decimal point. Here also 1 decimal. Total 1 plus 1, 2 decimal points. Look at your answer. In your answer, there are 2 decimal places. So when you observe this, you can see that 0.2 into 0.3, we got 0.06. So when you multiply this as a whole number, ignore the decimal point, just multiply as a whole number. 2 into 3. 2 3s are 6. Here too in the question there are two decimal places. We just multiply as a whole number and write the answer here. Then count the number of digits starting from the rightmost digit. Here there are two decimal places, so count the number of digits from starting from the rightmost digit and move towards the left. So here the decimal point now it will be here. So 1, there are two decimal places. So 1, 2. There is no place. So put 0. Then put the decimal point. Starting, count the number of digits starting from the rightmost digit and move towards the left. Then put the decimal point. So your answer is 0.06. So 0.2 into 0.3 is equal to 0.06. So while multiplying two decimal numbers, you just multiply as a whole number. And how many decimals in the question? That much decimal places put it in the product or in the answer. For another example, 1.3 into 5. A decimal number is multiplied by a whole number. You just multiply as a whole number. 13 into 5. 5 threes are 15. 5, 1 is carry over. 1 5s are 5. 5 plus 1, 6. The answer is 65. Now the number is 1.3 into 5. We got here 13 into 5, we got 65. Here one decimal place. So start from the rightmost digit and count the number of decimal places. One decimal place. So count one decimal place and then put the decimal point. So here the answer is 6.5. Only one decimal place. So in your answer also you put one decimal place. You should start from the right to left. Don't start from left to right. Start from right to left. Another example. 1.3 into 1.5. So 13 into 15. Just multiply as a whole number. 13 into, ignore the decimal point, just multiply as a whole number. 13 into 15. So what we will get? 5 3s are 15. 1 is carry over. 1 5 is 5 plus 1, 6. 1 3 is 3. 1 1s are 1. So 5 9 1. 195. There are how many decimal places? 2 decimal places. So you start counting the number of digits from the rightmost digit. There are 2 decimal places. So 1, 2. Then you put the decimal point. So the answer is 1.95. In the question there are here 1 decimal place and here 1 decimal. 1 plus 1, 2 decimal places. So that 2 decimal places you put it in the answer. Start from the right to left. Count 2 decimal places and put the decimal point. So while multiplying 2 decimal places or a decimal number and a whole number, you just multiply the as a whole number, and how many decimal places in the question, that much decimal places you put it in the answer also. You can verify these answers by using fraction. 1.3 we can write it as 13 by 10 into 5, which is equal to 13 into 5 is 65 by 10. That is equal to 6.5. Same answer. If you're doing this way or this way, both answers are same. And next 1.3 you can write it as 13 by 10 into 1.5 you can write it as 15 by 10. 13 into 15, 195 divided by 10 into 10, 100. That is a fraction changed to decimal, then it will be 2 zeros, so 2 decimal places, 1.95. Both are the same answers. So while multiplying, no need to go to do that way. Directly you can write, just multiply and put the decimal point. Let us see a few more examples. 0.2 into 6. We just multiply, ignore the decimal number, multiply them as a whole number. So 0.2, just take it as a 2. 2 into 6, 12. Just multiply them as a whole number. 2 into 6, 12. Then how many decimal places? 1 decimal place. So counting from the rightmost digit. Start from right and move to the left. 1 decimal place. So the answer is 1.2. You can verify your answer by changing decimal to fraction. 0.2 you can write it as 2 by 10. 2 by 10 into 6. So 2 into 6, 12 by 10, that is equal to 1.2. Both answers are same. Next, 0.5 into 0.05, which is equal to, just multiply them as a whole number. 5 into 5, 25. How many decimal places? Here 1, here 2 decimal places. So 1 plus 2 total 3 decimal places. So here only 2 digits, 25. You need 3 decimal places. So start counting from here. 1, 2, 3. One more number we need. So you put it at 0. Now after 3 decimal places, put decimal point. So the answer is 0.025. You can verify the answer by changing to fraction. 5 by 0.5 you can write it as 5 by 10 into 0.05 we can write it as 5 by 100, 2 decimal places. So 5 by 100, which is equal to 5 5s are 25 by 10 into 100, 1000. So 25 by 1000, there are 3 zeros, so 3 decimal places. 25 by 1000 is equal to 0.025. The next one is 101.01 into 0.01. So ignore the decimal point, multiply them as a whole number. So the number will be 10101 into 1. When you ignore the decimal point, the number will be like this. If you multiply any number by 1, they will get the same number. So which is equal to this much. How many decimal places? Now look at here 2 decimal places and here also 2 decimal places. Total how many? 2 plus 2, 4 decimal places you have to mark it. So counting from the rightmost digit 1, 2, 3, 4. So the decimal point will come here 1.0101. Very easily we got the answer. Next one is 2.3 into 4.35. So multiply them as a whole number and put a number of decimal places. So you just multiply them as a whole number. It will be 435 into 23. Ignore the decimal point and multiply them as a whole number. So it will be 5 3s are 15, 1 is carryover. 3 3s are 9 plus 1, 10, 1 is carryover. 4 3s are 12, 12 plus 1, 13. Then 2 5s are 10, 1 is carryover. 3 2s are 6 plus 1, 7. 4 2s are 8. So 5, 0, 3 plus 7, 10. 1 is carryover. 8 plus 1, 9. 9 plus 1, 10. So you got the answer. 2.3 into 4.35 is equal to, the answer is 10,005. Now how many decimal places there are? 1 plus 2, total 3 decimal places. Count it from the rightmost digit. 1, 2, 3. After that, you put the decimal point. So your answer is 10.005. The next one is multiplication of decimal numbers by 10, 100 and 1000. Now you know how to multiply decimal number by a whole number, how to multiply 2 decimals. And now when we are multiplying a decimal number by 10 or 100 or 1000, how can we write the answers very easily? That we are discussing now. Let us see some example. Here 1.76 into 10. We know when you are multiplying, just multiply them as a whole number and put the decimal numbers, is it? So it will be 176 into 10. When you are ignoring the decimal point, the number will be 176 into 10. That means 1760. Now how many decimal places? 2 decimal places. Put the count from the right to left and decimal place. 1, 2 decimal places. So the answer is 17.60. That means the number is, we know that there is no value for the 0 if it is come after decimal point. Here the 0 has no value. So the number is 17.6. Or you can do the other method. You can use the fraction method. 1.76 we can write it as 176 by 100 into 10. Here 110 is cancelled. Then what is left here? 176 by 10. That is equal to, we know how to convert the fraction into decimals. 1 0, so 1 decimal place, so 17.6. Both the answers are same. You can do in both way. When you observe this, you can see this is question 1.76. You got the answer 17.6. In both the cases, you got the answer 17.6. So the decimal point move one place to the right. 1.76, the answer is 17.6. The decimal point move one place to the right. Let us see the next question. 2.35 into 10. So it will be 235 into 10 is 2352 decimal places. So 23.50, that is equal to 23.5 because there is no value for this 0. So the answer is 23.5. Here also you can see the decimal point is moved one place to the right. The next 12.456 into 10, that is this much will come. How many decimal places? 3 decimal places. So it will be 124.560, that is equal to 124.56. Or you can use the fraction form, that is 456 divided by 3 decimal places, so divided by 1000 into 10. 110 is cancelled. This divided by 100, that means 2 zeros, so 2 decimal places. So 124.56. Both way you got the same answer. So when you observe this, you can see the decimal place move one place to the right. Then can you say the next one? 0.5 into 10. So 5 tens are 50. So 1 decimal place 5.0, that is equal to 5 only. 5.0, there is no value for the 0 after the decimal point. So the answer is 5 only. So when you are multiplying 0.5 into 10, the decimal place moved one place to the right. Then can you say the next one? Without multiplying, can you directly say the answer? 0.07 into 10. We know that when you, in all these examples, we see that when you multiply by 10, the decimal point is moving one place to the right. So now the decimal point is here. One place to the right means it will be here. So the answer is 0.7. Check it whether it is correct or wrong. Here when you are multiplying by decimal number, ignore the decimal point, multiply them as a whole number, then 7 into 10, 70. How many decimal places? 2 decimal places. So count 2 decimal places and put the decimal point. So the answer is 0.70. That means same answer, 0.71 only we got it here. It's correct. Next 1.2 into 10. So decimal place move 1 place to the right. So the answer is 12.0, that is 12. Is it clear for you? Check it once more. When you observe these all examples, you can see that 1.76 into 10 is 17.6. The decimal place move 1 place to the right. And here also the decimal places move 1 place to the right, 23.5. And here also you can see the decimal place move 1 place to the right. Here also move 1 place to the right, 1 place to the right, and 1 place to the right. So remember, while multiplying a decimal number by 10, one decimal point will move 1 place to the right of the number. So very easily you can multiply a decimal number by 10. For example, 0.005 into 10. What is the answer? It will move 1 place to the right, so 0.05. Another example, 75628, 756.28 into 10. So when you multiply by 10, a decimal point will move 1 place to the right. So it will be, decimal point will come here. So 756.8, 7562.8. So when a decimal number is multiplied by 100, the decimal point will move how many places to the right? Or if you multiply by 1000, let us see. This we know it, 1.76 into 10 is 176 by 100 into 10, that is equal to 176 by 10, which is equal to 17.6. Is it? Same way if you multiply by 100, same number is multiplied by 100. So 1.76 we can write it as 176 by 100 into 100. 100 and 100 cancelled, which is equal to 176. See here the decimal point is moved 1 place to the right. Here the decimal place is moved how many places to the right? Here the number is 176 point. Is it? Or you can see if you are multiplying as a whole number, 176 into 100 is 17,600. Then how many decimal places? 2 decimal places. Put 2 decimal places. So it will be here 176.000. So there is no value for these two zeros. It will be. So the answer is 176. Let me see how many places the decimal point move. The decimal places move 2 places to the right. Decimal point move 2 places to the right when you are multiplying by 100. Then if you multiply by 1000, 176 into 1000, that is equal to 176,000. Is it? Then how many decimal places? 2 decimal places. Count and put 1, 2. So the answer is 1760.00. So your answer, when you are multiplying these two numbers, just multiply them as a whole number and you got the answer 1760.00. After this point, the 0 is coming, there is no value. So your answer is 1760. Look at your question. Your question is 1.76. The decimal point move how many places to the right? 1.76. Now it's move 1 place, 2 place, 1 more place. So 3 places to the right. We got 1 0 also. So 0 here, there is a value for the 0 because that comes between that decimal numbers. So 1760. So the decimal point move from here to 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3 places to the right when you are multiplying by 1000. There are 3 zeros. The decimal place will move 3 places to the right. Here 2 zeros. So decimal point will move 2 places to the right. Here 1 0 decimal point move 1 place to the right. So you can see another example. 2.35 into 10. We know multiply by 10 only 1 0. So decimal point will move 1 place to the right. So the answer is 23.5. 2.35 into 100. When you multiply by 100, there are 2 zeros, so decimal point will move 2 places to the right. So the answer is 2. It will move 2 places to the right. So 235.00. Next, 2.35 into 1000. There are 3 zeros, so decimal place move 3 places to the right. So 2, 3, 5. Now it is moved 2 places. We need one more place, so you should put 0. 2350.00. So the answer is 2350. How do you get this answer? You just multiply as a whole number. So the answer is 23,000, not 23,000, 2,35,000. Then there are 2 decimal places, so you should put 2 decimal places. So the answer is 2350.00. There is no value for this 0, so the answer is 2350. So the decimal point moved 3 places to the right. So dear students, today we have studied multiplication of decimals, and also we compare the decimals, and we converted one unit to another unit, and we discuss about the multiplication of a decimal number by a whole number and decimal number by another decimal number, and multiplying decimal numbers by 10, 100 and 1000. Hope that you understand this section. So in this section, what all things we studied, write and study, and today's your worksheet is exercise 2.5 and exercise 2.6. Exercise 2.5 you can do it in the textbook itself. Exercise 2.6 you should write it in the notebook. Today you have 2 sections, 2 classes. So this is first class. You should see the first class and write the notes and complete the worksheet. After that, you can see the second class, that is division of decimals. Then you can complete the notes and worksheet of the second class, and you can send it to me later. So study properly. It's very simple chapter. Decimals is very easy for you. I know it. So main thing is you should write and study. So study properly. Do your worksheet, complete your notes. Exercise 2.5, you can do it in the textbook itself. 2.6, write it in the notebook. Thank you.